So earlier this morning, I was doing a read-through of the poetry I was going to read today. And by the way, all of these were written at our cottage in Sapphire, North Carolina, in the mountains. And I was realizing, as I was reading them, what an inspirational part or role nature and the beauty of nature plays in my poetry. And so to give you a little bit of an idea of the backdrop, where we live in Sapphire is at a higher altitude. We're adjacent to 6,400 acres that is called Panthertown Valley, that is sometimes referred to as Yosemite of the East. It has 300-foot rock granite cliffs, has waterfalls, trout streams, 30 miles of trails, and an abundance of wildlife, rare fauna and flora, and a number of those animals and birds traverse our property. So we see bear and bobcat and fox, and I realized these paths that they take on our property have been there for probably centuries. And so they feel at home there. We actually had this year a doe give birth to a fawn on our property. And it was a beautiful thing to behold. And just before we left to come back here to Myrtle Beach, the mother came with that fawn, who is now several months old, as if to say goodbye to us. It was a touching moment, particularly because when the fawn was born, the fawn's mother was not to be seen, and the fawn ran to Anita and into her arms. So anyway, without further ado, I should also say that Sapphire we love because we sit above, our cottage sits above Highway 64, which is the route that Baba and Mara and Madi and Meru and others traveled on their trip to Oklahoma. So not a day goes by that in some way, shape, or form, I think of them in that car passing by where we live. So I looked up just before you came over this morning, Chris. I looked up, I wanted to find a statement from Baba on nature and beauty, since this is something that I had realized this morning. And I found this one from 1956 when Baba was at Mayor Mount. And Baba said this to the group there with him. Now, go out and see the view and try to love Baba through nature. This is all due to my love. This whole creation, this nature, all the beauty you see, all came out of me. Mayor Mount, 1956. Lover's Lament. You are here, and then you slip away. Your absence is a cauldron of boiling water. You took my heart, and yet it is still beating. This wound grows larger by the day. I can't console my heart any longer. I have shaped it into a bell. You must hear its incessant ringing. Come back, beloved, and soothe my aching heart. You gave me your promise you would always be with me. I remain here, but only God knows where you are. I am sitting on the side of the bed at 4 a.m. The morning light seems so far away. Who is the faithful now, and who is the faithless? I heard a wise man once say, "Don't confuse the book with the cover." I am inside out, looking in. You once gave me a puzzle box. You provided me all the pieces. I cannot begin to put it together. Come, beloved, and be by my side. I have been waiting for so long. I see the first light through my bedroom window. Soon I will rise and begin another day. The smile one sees on my face is because of you. Ruminations on St. Francis. If you should visit Francis's cave, you might find an old piece of string upon the floor. Pick it up as he left it for you. Tie it securely to your longest finger. Now forget everything you once knew. Remember that you know nothing at all. Let your heart break like a china doll. Let those pieces fly to the four winds. There is a book that contains the most ancient map. An interior sacred geography unfolds within, dedicated to the illusion that sustains reality. Every prop must be taken away. A fullness and emptiness lives in that cave. Some bring everything they think they are. Some leave themselves behind. A peace that surpasses understanding resides there. Anyone can learn the art of assembly. Disassembly is a much more difficult endeavor. The lover seeks his own ruin. Francis's cave is a beehive of honey. Who is reading this? Who believes a single word I say? I am a man sitting in a cave in the darkness. I rely solely on you to illumine my way. Dreaming and dreaming. I am sitting in the movie house. The smell of popcorn, effervescent drinks, and candy. Black and white images appear on the screen. I stopped dreaming in Technicolor years ago. You remember how the projector sometimes snags? The celluloid snaps, crackles, and burns. There is a momentary hush in the dark, seat-filled room. The projectionist scrambles to get it going again. I've been walking empty streets. I know there is something thrilling just around the corner. Everything seems so familiar. How many times have I dreamt this dream? I am so tired of watching the same movies. I know how each one ends. I might not remember the beginning. I find myself in the middle again and again. Like yesterday, inhaling the perfect autumn air, watching the bountiful blue devoid of clouds. I heard a voice on the soft wind. I could not quite make out what was said. Last night, before I sailed away into sleep, as I said your name yet one more time, I saw it emblazoned on the big screen. You are the dreamer. I am the awakener. Redeemer. Some days the world is like quicksand, pulling us down, body, mind, and spirit. The sense that we are slowly going under, not a helping hand to be found anywhere. Other days, everything is beautiful. All is well with the world. Every creature and human smiling. There is a pristine connection with the universe. You are the glue that holds it all together. You are the children jumping for joy. You are the dog wagging its tail. Your name redeems the world. Many go backwards and live in the past. Many look only to a non-existent future. Few see that there is only the glorious moment. Your name is a get-out-of-jail-free card. When I was a child, I rode my bike everywhere. My legs and lungs gave birth to song. The world blurred as I passed it by. I remember the exhilaration of being alive. I am still alive. You are the beloved within. My world is being reduced, as am I. I thank you every day, every moment. You pulled me out of the quicksand of this world. Summer's End. Summer's end. The last butterfly alights on the last flower. The light dwindles. The air cools. The harvest has been bountiful. I bow my head and remember you. The days are shorter. My devotion longer. There is no time when spent with you. I watch a Cooper's hawk circling in a clear blue sky. Lazily, he lifts up to the heavens. My prayer list grows longer by the day. Night comes, and I try to remember all. Some are tapering, some are lessening. All are with you in their own way. I see love in the eyes of shopkeepers. I see love in the eyes of passers-by. I see your handiwork wherever you take me. I am a passenger on your grand tour. Take me out of myself. Take me as I really am. I grow weary of all that does not reflect you. Give me patience in my winter days. You are every full moon. You are every sunbeam shining in the heavens. You are the first morning and its glory. You are the song I will always sing. The waiting room. In the waiting room between sleep and dream, the angel of the Lord comes to me. She asks me one question. What do you desire? She leaves before I have time to ponder the question. I dream I have another face, body, and voice. I dream all manner of things. I dream and dream and dream. Upon waking, I forget all that I have dreamt. The days pass on and on. Another night in that waiting room, a second angel inquires, "What do you desire?" I have the answer this time. I reply, to love, obey, and serve the Master. A door opens, and the beloved appears before me. He looks at me with such love in his eyes. I wake up and forget everything. I go about my daily life. I feel an ache that keeps growing. I am not like other boys and girls. I feel like a fish out of water. I feel like a man in a mirage. When I cannot crawl any farther, you appear by the well in the oasis. You reveal every mirage. You are the light that illuminates all that is. You are life-giving water. You are beloved. I am lover. Leave the shadows behind. This day, right now, I begin again. Innumerable days and nights fold upon themselves and collapse into the nothing they really are. Only you are found here. There is no one else, and never has been. I breathe you. I inhale you. My life is made of you. All else is debris. Fragments of a life I am shuffling off. A cloak, a blanket of my own making, found to provide no comfort at all. The stories we tell ourselves, the stories we tell one another. There is always only one story. You are every word on every page. Come into the light. Leave the shadows behind. There is more to this life than anyone knows. The beloved is always with us. Never absent yourself from the source of wonder. I stand on the precipice. I kneel before you. The gross universe will do what it will. There is no such thing as time and space. I place my head on your feet, and the world disappears. Let me become worthy. How can we ever find you now that you are gone? We look everywhere. Our days and nights spent this way. Here there is nothing but echoes and shadows. Come, bring your life-giving sunlight to us. I know better than to complain. My heart is beyond cooperation. What mind I have is mutinous. Only you know the state of my condition. I call out to you like a whining nightingale. I coo like a common ground dove. I say your name repeatedly like a hoot owl. My voice is mournful as a loon's winter wail. Only you can make this life worthwhile. You walked nearly everywhere in your beloved India. All over the map you left your treasure. The lover journeys to every place the beloved is and has been. We are as bees drawn to honey. We are indeed fish out of water. We are an arrow of geese silhouetted against the night sky. We are clouds looking to burst at any time. O beloved, give me the peace of St. Francis. Drown me in your love like your most magnificent must. Make of me something useful to sing your praise. Let me become worthy of the ever-shining smile upon your face. A love deeper than love. All this talk about love. There is a love beyond love. As said, there is a love deeper than love. Don't ask me, and don't take my word for it. Walking up a hill today, I couldn't help but look to the sky. 3 red-tailed hawks ascending. I looked down, nothing but concrete. The world is like this. Wonders around every corner. Nothing if you look the other way. You keep me looking in every direction. I took your name in a crowded restaurant. A woman nearby thought I was talking to her. I smiled and said I was remembering a loved one. She said, "Thank you. I was remembering someone too." We are all remembering you. We are all looking for the love beyond love. We call you by so many names. Darling, sweetheart, dearest, beloved. Sometimes my mind and heart stops. For a second, everything is still. I see all and everything before me. You, beloved, make every moment worthwhile. The lamplight of your love. Everything here is a shadow, no matter how sunny it might appear. Shadows of something beyond our knowing. This world is flickering, unsubstantial, and uncertain. Count your days as you count the names of God. Innumerable is too small a number. Exalted is the man of God. He stands and kneels at the same time. I saw a sitting Buddha in a small garden. A young child rested his hand on the Buddha's head. There was an informal intimacy between the two. I took it all in with the eye of my heart. Our beloved is too much love. The mind cannot comprehend what the heart knows. The lover courts his own destruction. The beloved happily gives what the lover seeks. Love is love, and love must love. These words are more ancient than any solar system, as ancient as the Ancient One himself. These words are emblazoned on the lover's heart. Take me out of myself in this world of shadows. Purify me with your lamplight of love. Fly me to you on your wings of grace. Let me vanish in union with you. And of course, that wonderful line, love is love and love must love, comes from the lover and the beloved. Always remembering. And I was remembering the leaves turning, the red oak and sugar maples, birch, hickory, and cherry, sourwood, sweet gums, dogwoods, and tupelo, the leaves deep red and orange, bright yellow, russet, and gold. And I remember as a child raking the leaves, jumping with joy into the sweet-smelling heaps, my hair and clothing catching the earthy fragrance, running into our home, into my mother's arms. And I remember Sister Claire in first grade, the day my thermos broke, the glass rattling inside, and how I was afraid to drink the milk within, how that sister, how that nun listened to my fears. And I was remembering a march of the wooden soldiers, sitting on the sofa with my brother Jim. The first movie and first Christmas I remember. Our tinseled tree glistening and sparkling as we watched. And I remember children and grandchildren and apartments, houses, and endless car rides, and friends and family, and obstacles and difficulties overcome. The lean days, the salad days, the roast turkey days. And mostly, I remember you coming into my life and never leaving, always there through tears and laughter. I am remembering you. I am always remembering you. Turn on the light. I was standing at the top of a mountain. The rain was so hard I could hardly see the sea below. The rocks were so green I thought I was in Ireland. Pretty much I could have been anywhere at all. That's how it is with dreams. If I wake from one, I don't go back. There is no resolution, no satisfaction. I know it is only a dream. I am a dreamer. What else can I do? Yesterday falls into tomorrow. I am living this moment, always this moment. Fall is falling quickly away to winter. There are a few last leaves on the trees. The once vivid colors have come and gone. I am opening and closing all the windows. This moment is more than enough for me. I look for you everywhere. I have my memories, it is true. They are not enough, so I create more. I am living the lie of the living dreamer. I am waiting for you to turn on the light. I am sleeping while you stand watch over me. This darkness once overcame and overwhelmed me. Turn on the light, beloved. Make this darkness disappear. And this last one is appropriately titled Last Day in Sapphire, which was my last day in Sapphire. Last Day in Sapphire. Today the last leaf fluttered down. Ever so slowly it descended to the ground. A moment later, the crows came, cawing out their croaking, honking song. This mountain remembers everything. We have watched it watch us. The earth is a reclining body. The mountain is an all-seeing head. When I asked you to bring my head and heart together, I had little idea what this would entail. This marriage is more than a convenience. It is a giving in and a giving away. Make this heart a temple, not a muscle. Although muscular in your love, I truly desire. Make it a vessel that catches your grace. Make it a musical instrument, playing your song. Each day here is a gift. It is that and so much more. I have recorded it all with the blood of my heart. Put your head to my chest, and you might hear. Tomorrow our beloved will travel with us, his mantle of protection and sweet nuzzle upon us, his scented breeze always at our back. He will open our door. He will welcome us home. And that's it. Days of Sapphire, now Days in Myrtle Beach. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.